The doctor said you can't hear me, but I hope they're wrong. I need to say I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Mom. You told me to stay away from Jack, but I didn't listen. I just had to fight back. Why couldn't you just let me go after him myself? You shouldn't have been there. I should have been the one that got hurt, not you. But Jack's gonna pay for what he did. He's going to jail. Dad's making sure of it.
Hey, what's going on? Why is this kid in a cell where he belongs, huh?
Well, because he didn't do anything.
Oh, gee, except commit murder.
No. He had nothing to do with what happened to Gigi. He's innocent. Isn't that right, John?
We can't hold him any longer.
You can't just let him walk.
There's been some new developments.
What new developments?
At this time, Jack Manning's not facing any charges.
Mr. and Mrs. Todd Manning. I guess this is where Todd Manning lives.
Hey, did you see that? Did everybody see that? He tried to hurt
How'd you get the kid to confess, huh? Did you bully it out of him like your son?
Or why don't you arrest him?
All right, everybody just cool. My fiance is brain dead because of that little kid, okay? You think I'm gonna cool off?
Easy. Look, I'm sorry it turned out like this.
You don't care how it worked out. Gigi was nothing to you.
That's not true.
Oh, really? Why'd you fire her? For what?
You're right, I was wrong. I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, well, you can't make it up to her. Okay, not unless you stop letting Todd Manning and his sick little kid walk you like a dog. Come on, John, you gonna do your job or what?
You know, since we're sitting
Mind if we come in for a minute? I don't have any words to tell you how sorry I am.
Thanks.
How are you doing? You don't think anybody should be worried about how you're doing? Mom does. She wants the same thing she's always wanted. For you to be okay.
Do you know when my dad's coming back?
Where'd he go?
The police station. He wanted to be there when Jack got put away.
He should be here pretty soon. I brought Jack in a little while ago. From what I hear, airtight case.
Get off. Where you going, Manning?
Forget about him. All right, I know how much this hurts. You're angry, I'm angry too.
Yeah, right.
Hey, look, I get stuck dealing with crap like this in this town all the time, and I'm pretty sick of it. All right? But you're wrong if you think I didn't care about Gigi. She wasn't just someone who worked for me. She's my friend, and she deserves better than this. But right now, I got this confession to deal with. And for the time being, it lets Jack Manning off the hook.
Well, that's something I can teach my son. His mom dies, and the kid who did it gets a walk. It means he's free and clear to do the same thing to somebody else. Because apparently, all you need in this town to get away with murder is a bunch of money. Just so as long as there's other people to look the other way. Cops. Lawyers. You know, you're all making this happen. Not me. I stopped Clint Buchanan from getting Gigi's heart, and I will stop you, Todd. You and your sick little clone of a son. I will make you pay.
Kelly, I feel...
Hey, John. How many times are you gonna let that guy threaten me before you do something about it?
What am I supposed to do?
You could lock him up.
Busy, Manning. I gotta find Marty Saybrook.
So you're just gonna ignore what happened here?
Did something happen? I must have missed it.
This is about Marty, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is, and this is your last chance. Do you have any information on her whereabouts?
So John is Liam's father. Fine. You want to help me? I want to help you.
Wow. Mr.
Mr. Manning, you sure do have interesting taste. I wish we could stick around, buddy, but I gotta get your cousin here to his doctor's appointment.
Is he okay?
Yeah, just a checkup. We could probably stop by when it's over.
You don't have to. I'm okay.
I know you have a dad, Shane. And I got Liam. You and me, as far as I'm concerned, we're family. We always will be. I love you, buddy. When you love somebody, you stick it out with them. Especially through the bad times.
So can you believe it, Jesse?
Is it over? Did Jack cry when they took him away?
Shane, I don't know how to... Things didn't turn out like we thought.
What happened?
Jack's not going to prison.
Pretty crazy, huh? I mean, first Brad confesses, and then Shane's dad goes berserk in front of like a room full of cops. God, that guy's a problem.
No, I think you're the one with the problem, Jack. You just dodged 20 to life. And I haven't heard one thank you from you.
Right. I didn't mean... I'm sorry.
And?
Thank you?
Not to me!
Okay, listen.
Thank you, Taya.
It's a little late, isn't it?
I need to talk to your father. Go to your room, Jack, please.
You were awfully quiet today.
Was I?
When McBain ignored all those threats, you could have offered a few threats of your own at him. And we could sue his pathetic ass if we wanted to.
I had a lot on my mind, I guess.
Like what?
Like figuring out how many counts of fraud you put us all on the hook for. Tell me, you didn't force Jack's friend to take the fall for this.
Okay. I won't tell you. The kid's father lost his entire fortune. Taya. When I talked to him, he cried. He literally cried when I told him I would get it back for him. And now he can afford a lawyer. He'll keep his son out of prison. Now, I did what I did for my son to protect him. I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
I can't believe this.
Really? What can't you believe? For all the years you've known me, what can't you believe? That I would protect my son?
You are ruining your son. Teaching him the worst lesson in the world. That there are no consequences to his violence.
Consequences are coming.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What are you gonna do? Take away his computer for a week? Tell him he can't eat dessert? Todd, he's not a little boy anymore. He's not a kid whose worst crime is mouthing off or cheating in a board game. Jack is a dangerous person.
He didn't set out to kill anyone.
No, he didn't. But when he heard about Gigi, he had no remorse. None, Todd. He didn't think for a second what it might be like for Shane to live without his mother. All he thought about was Jack.
What do you want me to say?
I want you to tell me what you see when you look at your son. You want to know what I see? I see you.
And when his little friend confessed, that was it. Jack was free to go.
Because Brad said he planned the whole thing? That's insane. Brad just does whatever Jack tells him to do. Everybody knows that.
Including John McBain, but when you have a signed confession, even if somebody
Well, there
paid
has
for
to be
it-
some way to prove it. That Todd Manning paid off Brad's dad?
It's not as easy as you'd think. I'm sorry, Shane.
So, what are we gonna do?
I'm working on it.
How does Jack just get to go do whatever he wants? He's never gonna have to pay for it? Ever?
No. Jack will pay. So will Todd.
How?
You know how we're going to keep him from ending up like me? We're going to keep Jack out of prison. I'm gonna make sure he learns more out of life than how to keep him getting whacked.
What are you teaching him now? That his father can buy him out of anything? That's how you create a monster.
You know, and while I've been doing that, what have you been doing exactly? You know, you are his stepmother. Do you ever ask about him? Have you ever talked to his teachers? What have you done to discipline him when he's done something wrong?
You are absolutely correct. I am wrong. I have dropped the ball. I have left it all up to you and Blair, and I am ready to step up. My question is, are you? Are you ready to do what it takes to turn Jack around?
Well, how do I do that?
We got a deal.
No. Is that what you do for Danny? Yeah, I didn't think so. If Danny were in this kind of trouble, boy, you would just pull every dirty trick in the book. But let's sacrifice Jack at the first hint of trouble.
The first hint of trouble was months ago when Jack drove Shane Marasco to attempt suicide. And we paid no attention, Todd.
I'm paying attention now. I'm not gonna let my son go to prison. The only way to keep him from turning out like me is to keep him close.
I promised you I'd get you justice, and I didn't. But I will. All right, I promise you I will. Jack Manning will not get away with what he did to you, and neither will Todd. There's only one way to make that happen. I hope you can forgive me for what I'm about to do. Because I am doing this for Shane. Because there's nothing else I can do for you. Except keep our son safe. I love you forever.
Hey, what brings you in here on your day off?
Just stopped in to get my paycheck. I had to take Liam in for a checkup with his doctor. Figured I'd swing by on the way back.
Hey, now that you're here, do you mind doing a quick favor for me?
Yeah, sure.
Meet me on the scene, and we're a little short-handed. Do you mind dropping this evidence on your way out?
Yeah. What is it?
It's Gigi's personal effects. It's things she had on her when she got hurt.
Clinton.
Todd, if you let this go...
I'm not letting it go. I'm going to deal with Jack, but I'm going to do it my way, not through the legal system.
Well, then it won't count.
Thanks for your support.
Hey, what do you want me to say to you? You want me to agree when I don't? Your way will not work. In fact, it's almost guaranteed to make things worse. And I don't know if I can be a party to it.
And what does that mean?
It means I do not feel comfortable letting someone else take responsibility for what Jack did.
Well, there's not much you can do about it now, is there? You're Jack's lawyer, which means everything he has told you and everything I have told you is confidential. You may not repeat it, ever. Got it?
Todd. This is what we've been reduced to?
Yes, that's right. I'm a father before anything. Deal with it! What the hell are you looking at?
Himself.